Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you joined me tonight. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. The weather was great here in Michigan, so I did get outside and get some fresh air and sunshine. A little bit of housekeeping. Remember, if you like my video, please comment on it. Give me a thumbs up, emojis, hearts, things like that. It really helps my video be seen on Facebook. Also, if you like it, please share my video. If you do that, comment, share down in the comments, and you'll then be entered in a drawing for a chance to win the project I'm doing tonight. So last week I made this beautiful card using the Sending bundle, and it's going to go out to Penny Gross. Penny shared my video, so I'm going to get that out to you very soon. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks. Please subscribe to my channel, and then after you do that, please hit the little blue bell so you get notifications when I upload a new video. I usually upload a video on Monday evenings. So with that being said, I think I'm going to switch view. We're going to start on a pretty simple but very versatile fun fold card that I hope you'll like. So let's get started. Okay, the card I've done tonight for tonight. Oops, and you know what? I realized I don't have the name of this designer series paper right in front of me. Let me see. It's from the mini catalog. It will be retiring at the end of June. And forgive me, I usually have all that paper right with me, and I don't have it. So it's the Artfully Composed designer series paper. I just love it. It coordinates with the Artfully Layered stamp set and coordinating dies. So, like I said, this is a fairly simple card, but I think that it has a lot of possibilities. Again, for those always tough masculine cards, where really on this one, you just need, use a more masculine designer series paper, and I think you're good to go. So we are gonna get started. This is, for my card, I'm using Pale Papaya, and this is 8.5 by 4 1/4. And I have scored it at 5.5 inches, okay? I'm gonna fold that over and give that a good burnish. Now we've got 2 pieces of designer series paper. This one is 5 1/4 by 4. This is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. Now, when you're cutting your paper, you need to be conscious of the direction it's going, if it's a directional pattern. I could have very easily, cut it wrong and it was sideways. So it's very important that you pay attention to that when you're cutting your paper. So I'll get my Stampin' Seal, and we are going to go ahead and put this on here. Get that going. There we are. I still have some customers having trouble with their Stampin' Seal. You just kind of have to work with it, but when you break it, I do recommend breaking it this way, flipping your hand up rather than flipping it to the side. I still do that sometimes out of habit, but when you flip it when you do the check mark to the side, it moves this tape ribbon over, and it tends to get bunched up on the side. But if you keep it like that, I don't have any trouble with it. So that's just a handy tip I have for you. So this is the first piece of designer series paper. We are going to put it right here, okay? And then we are going to put this second piece right there. And There we go. Okay. So that's essentially our card base. Then we have another piece of cardstock. This is 8 by 3, and it's scored at 4 inches. And I usually, about the only time I don't score is when it's a traditional size card. That's pretty easy to fold over. But if it's anything any different, I tend to put a score line because I just get better results that way. So this is the piece that's going to go here. You're going to want to center it on this inside panel. Okay. Okay, so let's, right there. Okay, and then I have a piece of designer series paper for that, and it's 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that is going to go right there. Now I could have used a different pattern out of the paper pack, but I decided to keep it simple and just use the one pattern. Okay, so we're gonna put that right on there, and so there we go. There's our basics. Now I have another piece of cardstock here. This one's 2 by 3 inches, and if your base color cardstock is dark, you'll want to find something that coordinates that's light for you to stamp on, something like that. And I made this quite a bit smaller because I wanted to be able to see designer series paper around it. Initially I had a piece and it was bigger and you only saw that little bit of edge. I didn't like that one, it's bigger. So, and when you cut your paper, keep in mind some of these other colorful components to the paper and where you put it, and you know, if you want it to be seen. I'm kind of sad to cover up that flower, but it is what it is. Okay, so out of this artfully layered stamp set, I'm going to go ahead and do the happiest birthday wishes because I always need birthday cards. You know that. I do a lot of my cards out here. I make birthday cards because then I use them and I send them out to my friends and my family. So you might have even received one in the mail. And the ink that I'm using for this is Evening Evergreen. There we go. Beautiful. That's really all the stamping for this one. So I am going to put this on. This. I probably should have stamped it just a little bit higher on this card because I'm going to put this bow on the bottom. And I debated how to do it. I was thinking about wrapping the ribbon around this piece here and putting the knot, but then that just made it that much more bulky. I think we're still good to get this one mailed in the mail. This is a nice soft ribbon. This is the Frayed ribbon. This is what, 3/4 of an inch? Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. It's really soft. It's great to work with. It was in the mini catalog and is carrying over to the annual catalog. And so I decided it was easier and simpler and less bulky to just tie a little knot like this. There we go. Just kind of like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my fabric scissors on this because this is pretty, you know, it's a little heavier. Oops, I want this one to go this way. There we go. There we go. Put that over here. And we're going to, hold on. I'm going to cut a little bit off of that. It's a little uneven. It's always better to cut it a little long because you can trim it off. There we go. That looks good. And I just like it that my points are going the opposite direction. I'm going to attach this with glue dots, but because of the nature of this ribbon, I have trouble taking the glue dots right off of the roll. So for this one, I'm going to put them right down here. I'm going to put 2 of them right here in the center where I'm going to put my knot. You know, and the nice part about this ribbon is it's, like I said, it's easy, it's soft, it's easy to work with. And if you don't like your original knot, you can start over. Then I'm going to take a couple other little glue dots and just put them kind of toward the center. I put it like right here, and I'm going to put one right here just to secure it a little extra, give it a little extra secure. There we go. So it still has some movement. And then the last thing I'm going to put on here is an embellishment that I really like that is carrying over. This is the Faux sea glass shapes. Pull this out of here. Okay, and just, you know, keep an eye on this. Each row of sea glass is the same shape. So when you're pulling your sea glass embellishments off the sheet, you want to pull from different rows so that they're not all exactly the same size. So, and I tend to go up and down, so I have to think a little different here. I'll put one here. Let's see. Got some white ones up here. Pull that one. We can stick that over here somewhere. There we go. And we've got a yellow one. I'll just take this next one. Don't overthink it too much. And really, that's all there is to this really sweet card. Simple layout, but different. And you know what? It still stands up. So someone could display it if they wanted to. So I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to share and comment below, and I may be sending this card to you next week. Actually, next week is Memorial Day. It's a holiday here in the United States. So I probably won't be back. Let me look at my calendar. I probably won't have another live until Monday, June 6th. So with that being said, I think I will call it a night, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye now. Thanks for joining me.